Good afternoon, everyone. It's my pleasure to welcome all the participants for today's session. I heartily welcome our guest of honor, Dr. Sangam Kapoor, our speaker, Dr. Shweta Singh Thalwar, our principal investigator, Dr. Varinder Garg, our co-principal investigator, Dr. Harish and Dr. Surinder Rana, Dr. Sakshi from UIT and Dr. Shivani from PDGC, and all the remaining coordinators from our Brain Trust institutes. Today we have a session named Intellectual Property Rights. What do researchers need to know? So this session will give you insights how one can protect their creation or work from unfair use by others. So before we start the session, I would like to play one video of CR Bayati. Please have a look. Thanks for watching this video. Now, I would like to introduce our incubation center, CR Bayati. Center for Innovation and Biodesign is the platform funded by ICMR and situated in PGMR, Chandigarh. It promotes innovation in medical devices and instruments by creating a conductive ecosystem with the involvement of multiple primary technology institutes in collaboration with PGI. India has achieved a tremendous amount of progress in the field of IT. However, we are still lagging behind areas of innovation and research in healthcare. CIYD aims to fill in these voids in innovation and research in Indian healthcare sector. Now, the objectives of CIYD is innovation in medical devices and other branches of healthcare, automated solutions to various health-related problems, provide manpower training, and also a consultancy center provides solution to hospitals and various medical areas. Now, the Arogya CIYD short-term attachment program, it is basically a golden opportunity for young and bright students who want to polish their skills to get involved with cutting-edge health-related technologies. The main objectives of this program is learning about innovation, incubation, prototyping, clinical validation, and commercialization of novel ideas in affordable and scalable healthcare. Primary areas of learning for the benefit of the overall society. Personal interaction program with the experts from all the domains of the medtech industry. Opportunity will be provided to work on the development of prototypes with the expert teams. Now, I would like to invite Dr. Shivani to please introduce our guest of honor.
Thank you, Rima. Thank you for giving me an opportunity to introduce our guest of honor, Dr. Sangam Kapoor, for today's session. So, good afternoon, everybody. So, for today, we have Dr. Sangam Kapoor as our guest of honor. She is currently serving as a principal at Postgraduate Government College, Sector 11, Chandigarh. If I talk about her educational qualifications, so she is holding a doctorate in commerce. She is a wizard in finance and holds more than 34 years of experience in academia. Her 30+ books are being read widely by commerce students and researchers. She has presented and chaired many sessions around the globe in her field as well as interdisciplinary. She holds an expertise in corporate social responsibility. Ma'am is not only an administrator as of now, but she is into thick of action when it comes to academia. We welcome you, ma'am. Ma'am, please accept this modest gift as a token of our sincere appreciation. May I have the certificate, please? Okay. Now we are looking forward to hear from you, ma'am. Over to you, ma'am.
Okay, am I audible?
Yes, ma'am, you are.
Just a minute. Video off कर दी मैंने. ये तो ठीक है. इंडिया ना. उसको ओपन कर दे बस. तो उस पे ओपन कर लो अपने आप बड़ा कर साइज. ओपन कर. Am I audible now, Shweta? Shivani?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
I think there was some problem with the network this side. Anyway, so can you see me now and hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
You can hear.
Okay. So good afternoon, everyone. I'll talk about the college first, and this is a postgraduate government college, Sector 11, Chandigarh. Is the first college of City Beautiful since its inception on 26 May 1953. And it has scaled many glorious heights and has consistently produced alumni who have been excelling in their respective fields, be it civil services, judiciary, engineering, medicine, corporate sector, or even the teaching. So we are proud to be associated now with the Center for Innovation and Biodesign, PGI, and we as an institution are deeply committed to the core idea of this center. Now, this association will surely help our faculty as well as the students to contribute in the research-oriented activities and will further open the doors to new avenues for our budding and promising researchers. I extend my sincere thanks to Dr. Virinder Garg, the Principal Investigator of ICMR, Center for Innovation and Biodesign, for having provided us this opportunity. It's my pleasure to announce now today's speaker, Dr. Shweta Sen, founder of Integrum IP Mohali. Dr. Shweta Sen will be addressing the pertinent topic of intellectual property rights. What do researchers need to know? I'm sure today's session will be an enriching experience for students, researchers, and authors. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am. So for today, we have Dr. Shweta Sen as a speaker of this session. Dr. Shweta is an Indian patent agent with expertise in patent and trademark filing, prosecution, and intellectual property laws. She has almost 15 years of expertise in both teaching and patent filing. She has received a scholarship from the Agriculture Research and Development Foundation in Mumbai to pursue her master's degree. One of her startup proposals, Wild Foods India, was selected by Himachal government under the scheme of CM Startup Scheme that in 2017. So we welcome you, Shweta ma'am. Now we are looking forward to hear from you, ma'am. Over to you, Shweta ma'am.
Thank you, Dr. Sangam and Shivani ma'am for such a nice words. And yes, thank you. I'll be sharing my screen. Okay, so is this visible now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so today's topic is intellectual property rights. What do researchers need to know? So this will be decoding intellectual property rights. So the very word intellectual property rights includes property. So what is this property? First, we'll discuss this property. The property you have heard, the very whenever you hear a word property, the first thing comes to mind is land, house, movable car, immovable land, movable car. You have a piece of land, you have a house, you have a car. It can be anything, a property which you buy or you inherit. And there is another type of property also, which is intangible, which is not visible, which you can inherit, which is created by your own intellect, your own mind, and which we know as intellectual property. So this intellectual property is what we will be discussing today. So what is this intellectual property? Intellectual property is, as we discussed, it's a creation by mind, such as inventions, literary, it can be artistic work, it can be any design, symbol, name, which can be used in business. So this is intellectual property. Now the next thing is why to protect your intellectual property, why to take rights of your intellectual property. So I'll cite one example here. You write a poem. You are a creative person, you write a poem, maybe you write a script of a movie, you write a song, you write a research paper. You used your intellect and you wrote this thing and someone uses it publishes it without your permission, without asking you, without giving you any credit or any monetary advantage, you call it a stealing or not? Rima, can students interact with me or not?
Yes, ma'am, they can.
Okay, okay. So what do you call, is the stealing or not? Now, the next thing, another example, just think, you make a chair with a very unique design. You use your brain and you make a very unique design chair. You keep it in your front yard. You didn't protect it. You didn't take rights of it. You didn't protect it with any type of intellectual property rights, and you keep it in your front yard. Someone takes that chair. Is that stealing? Yes, somebody stole it. Next thing, your neighbor next door copies the design and makes his own chair similar to your own your design. Now, what will you call it? Is it a stealing or not? Yes, participant students, I want to.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Your neighbor starts selling the chair and earns profit. Now, what can you do? You have made a chair. Your neighbor has stole your design, and also he has started making profit out of your intellect. Now you have not protected your intellectual property. You cannot stop your neighbor. You cannot prove it that it's your design, and your neighbor is taking the full advantage of it. Now again, we are the thinking cap, and again think that you established a business. You made a herbal oil composition that is very good for relieving joint pain. You start selling it and you gave it the name Save. This is an arbitrary hypothetical name which I have chosen. Now your product becomes a hit in the market. Now again, the someone in market also starts selling the same product, same composition with this very similar name, and which is Savin. And without giving any credit to you, without your permission, now what? Now you think, what can you do? You have not taken any type of intellectual property rights. You have not protected your intellectual property with any type of intellectual property. Now, what will you do? So this lecture will be catering to all these questions now. All these questions has been there. Now the question is, okay, ठीक है, मुझे मैंने नहीं लिया, लेकिन मुझे पता ही नहीं था कि what type of intellectual property I have generated. मुझे नहीं पता था एक design मैंने बनाया है, it can be protected or not. एक herbal composition मैंने बनाई है, it can be protected or not. So today we'll be discussing about 5 types of intellectual property rights. There are many intellectual property rights, but majorly we will be discussing only the 5 today. And what are those types of intellectual property? Patents, industrial designs, copyrights, trademarks, and geographical indications. The first one, patents. What are patents? Patents are a right which are guaranteed by government, giving an inventor the exclusive right to make, use, and sell an invention for a specified number of years, and this specified number of years is 20 years. In India, there are types of patents. Patent applications in India are of many types. It can be ordinary application, it can be patent of addition, it can be divisional application, it can be PCT international application, PCT national phase application, or convention application. So these are different types of patent applications in India. Now, okay, what kind of protection does a patent offer? As discussed, in principle, the patent owner has the exclusive right to prevent or stop others from commercially exploiting the patented invention. In other words, your invention cannot be commercially exploited, cannot be used, cannot be imported by others without your prior permission. So this is, and this is provided for 20 years from the date of filing the patent. Now, this is a very frequent question we come across almost daily. Is my patent valid in all countries? The question is a big no. The patent is a territorial right. You file a patent in India, your patent is enforceable only in India, not in US. You file a patent in US, your patent is valid, enforceable in US only, not in India, likewise in all other countries. So the patent is only a territorial right. Now, how do I know that my invention is patentable? Whether my invention is patentable subject matter or not? So this is a very good statement that everything under sun that is made by man is patentable. Anything which is created by man is patentable. It can be any process, new product and process both, or any improvement, any modification, any improvement to the existing process or product. This improvement can be in terms of knowledge advancement, or it can be economical advancement. You make a product cheaper, it also becomes a patentable subject matter. You make a process in which the product, the outcome is much easier and requires less sources, it is patentable subject matter. So everything under sun that is made by man is patentable, provided it fulfills three conditions. The one is novelty. What does this novelty means? That your invention must not be known, used, or published before you file a patent. And if you file a patent in India, novelty doesn't mean that it should not be known in India. It means it should not be disclosed anywhere in any part of the world. Then commercial utility. Commercial utility means industrial applicability, that whether your patent has some industrial application or not. Inventiveness. Inventiveness is like how obvious your invention is to a person skilled in art, in a like any person who is in the same technological field, how obvious that particular invention is to that person. In India, there is one more thing for patentability criteria, that is section 3 and section 4. Section 3 and section 4, the invention which comes under section 3 and section 4 is not patentable. And this is the summary of what is not patentable in India. Purely mental processes, that is concept of mind, that how to play a game, how to play a chess, is not patentable. Mathematical algorithms or formulas are not patentable. Arrangements of printed material, not patentable. Naturally occurring things like gravity, sunrises from east, just the discovery is not patentable. Scientific principles or older concepts or older practices, traditional knowledge are not patentable. Inventions solely useful in making atomic weapons, not patentable. And inventions harmful to natural occurrence of human, plant, and animal. Say you make a device for cloning, is not patentable. You make a device which helps in gambling, is not patentable. Now, okay, what is not patentable? We know now what is patentable. This is summary. Any process, method, or manner of manufacture, machine, apparatus, or other articles, substances produced by manufacturing, software which has technical applications to industry or is used with special hardware. Normally, softwares are not patentable subject matter. They are only they become only patentable subject matter when they are embedded into some hardware. Otherwise, software are the copyright material. Product patent for food, chemical, medicines, or drugs, and improvements to any of the above, as discussed earlier. Now, there is one very common myth that my invention cannot be a patentable subject matter because patent is only for the major breakthroughs. No, this is not correct. You can see in the slide that all these things you can see are were patented, and these were the granted patents. This lid of the Coca-Cola can, lead pencil use, nylon wires, and even the safety pin. It was patented. It is a patented subject matter. So patent need not to be a major technological breakthrough. And this is Indian case. Recently, a walnut ragi soup recipe was granted a patent in India. Similarly, a biodegradable pen. This pen is made of this paper, जिसको हम गत्ता बोलते हैं, cardboard, and this has a tree seed on the top of it. So when the ink dries up, when you throw this pen biodegrades into soil, and this tree seed, the seed is for a medicinal tree, and this, wherever this degrades or you throw this pen, this medicinal tree will grow. So these are the two Indian patents, which are, you can see, very simple inventions, but they have got the patent. So this was about the patent. Now the next is industrial design. I want you to take 1 minute and see the slide. You can see there are toothbrushes, there are clocks, there are some cosmetics bottles, and I want you to see the difference between the shape and the way they look, the ornamental value, the aesthetic value. All you can see in one figure, there is only the toothbrush, but all are different. Their wall clocks, all are different. The cosmetic bottles, all are different. So these are covered by the shape, or these are covered by the industrial design, or these are protected by a industrial design. Normally in layman language, we also call them design patent. So what is an industrial design? Industrial design constitutes the ornamental aspect of an article, as you can say, the shape of the brush or how it looks. An industrial design may consist of 3-dimensional features such as shape of an article, or 2-dimensional features such as patterns, lines, or color. As you can see in the water bottle, the different water bottles all have different shapes and all are protected by the industrial design. Similarly, in case of hair, you use brush in the morning, you use shampoo bottles, all these shapes are protected by the industrial design. All the smartphones you use, the shapes are protected by the industrial design. Many things you use are protected by the industrial design. So industrial design is, the tenure of industrial design is 10 years in India, and it can be renewed, it can be extended for 5 years. So if you have innovative mind, you think that, okay, my brush is not proper, I go to market and I don't find a brush whose shape is proper, shape is good, you can make a sketch of it and you can get your idea protected by industrial design. The next intellectual property right is, like, you have a technical mind, you have a process, you have a product, you have some technical invention, you protect it with the patent. If you have a design in your mind, if you can change the shape of existing design, it will be covered by industrial design. But you have an artistic mind, you write books, you write songs, you make paintings, you have photographs collections, this is protected by the copyright. So the copyright is a legal term which is used to describe the rights that creators have over their literary and artistic work. So all these things which you see in this slide, the literary work, paintings, photographs, drawings, films, music, choreography, sculpture, softwares, databases, advertisements, maps, technical drawings, all are covered by the copyright. And you can see whatever is copyrighted, there is a sign C under the circle. What can be copyrighted? Just a summary: literary works such as novels, poems, plays, reference works, newspaper articles, computer programs, films, artistic works, architecture, and advertisements. This we have discussed earlier also. Now, what cannot be copyrighted? Any idea, any procedure, method of operation, or mathematical concepts as such cannot be copyrighted. If you want a material to be copyrighted, it has to be put into the tangible form. It has to be written, it has to be produced, it cannot be in intangible form. So if you have an idea, you have to write it. If you have a story in your mind, you have to write it, or you have to make a book, or you have to make a story, you have to write it, and then it can be copyrighted. For how much duration the copyright protection is given to you? It is for literary and dramatic, musical and artistic work. It is the lifetime of the author plus 60 years from the death, from the year of the death of the author. So full lifetime plus 60 years after the death. And what right does copyright give you? Economic rights, that you can derive the financial reward from your work, or moral rights. That if somebody, what does this moral right means? If somebody uses your copyrighted material, he or she has to give the proper credit of that he or she is using your work. They have to tell, they have to write a reference, or they have to tell that I'm using this work from I'm using the copyrighted work of this particular person. So these are the moral rights. Now trademarks. Take a look at the slide and you will see the many logos you come across almost daily. You see M of Mahindra, and the very first thing which comes into mind is, okay, they make vehicles. Bata, okay, they make shoes. Bisleri, okay, they deal with water. Nothing is written there, only the Bata is there. There's no sign of a shoe. Mahindra doesn't tell that they make vehicle. There's only a logo, and you very well correspond with them that, okay, they make the vehicles, they make water, they make Ayurvedic herbal formulations. Volvo makes luxury vehicles. So what is this? This is the marks. These are the logos with which the people trade with the businesses trade with. These are the brands. So what does this trademark mean? A trademark is a word, slogan, phrase, symbol, or design that helps to identify and distinguish your business as a source of your products and services from products and services provided by someone. So this is just to use the distinguish, like Mahindra and Volvo, both are vehicle makers, but we can very well distinguish that Mahindra makes what type of vehicle and Volvo makes other type of vehicle. They make luxurious vehicles, and Mahindra is into not so luxurious vehicles. So we can so these very marks distinguish their businesses, although they are into the same business line. So trademark is a brand name. It is a kind of visiting card that promotes the image of a company and its range of goods and services. You must have come across this R encircled in TM. So TM means the trademark has been applied for and it is not registered. R means the trademark has been registered. Now this is a slide, very colorful slide. You can see that I think you can identify many things out of here. If anyone can identify things, I will be very glad. Please tell me what things you identify.
Fulkari.
Yes, Fulkari, great.
Orange shawl.
Yes, Kullu shawl. Yes, great.
Orange Nagpur. Kesar.
Kesar, great. Somebody says
Orange Nagpur.
Orange, yes, Nagpuri orange. Then tea, it can be Darjeeling tea. And this is Kathputli, the puppets of Rajasthan. So the moment we said shawl, we said Kullu shawl. Fulkari is from Punjab. Darjeeling tea from Darjeeling. Kesar, Kashmir.
JNK.
Yes, Kashmir, JNK. Then oranges, Nagpur ke orange, hai na? Laddus from Tirupati Balaji, and puppets from Rajasthan. So before saying the puppets, we say they are from Rajasthan. Shawl is from Kullu. So what this is indicating their geographical origin. from the place they are originating. So this is geographical indication. So what is a geographical indication? This type of tag you can see in Kullu shawls or Fulkari or some Kanjivaram you buy, or authentic Kanjivaram or Banarsi sarees and everything. This is a GI tag. So what is the GI tag? This is a geographical indication, which is a sign used on products that have a specific geographical origin and possesses qualities or a reputation that are due to that origin. So if you say there's a Darjeeling tea, the Darjeeling tea has that type of flavor, aroma, because it is grown into Darjeeling, and Darjeeling has that particular weather conditions that gives it that particular flavor and aroma. Similarly, the artisans of Banaras or artisans of Kullu has that from the generations they have got the skill that they can make such beautiful piece of cloth, whether it is a shawl or it's a sari. So no other person, no other artisans from the world can make this type of perfect piece of cloth or perfect piece of, we say champagne, or we say Tirupati Balaji ke laddu. So they have got the skill from the generation. So this particular reputation is attached to that particular geographical region. So this is geographical indication. Now with this, I come to end of my lecture session, but there's one statement. I hope you can see the problem in this statement. If anybody can tell me that this problem is right or wrong, I'll be very happy. All I asked was, can I patent my copyrighted trademark? Is this a correct statement or not? Just a yes or no will be fine.
Yes, ma'am.
Is this a correct?
No, ma'am, these two.
No, ma'am.
Yes, this is not correct. And why this is not correct? Because all these things are patent, copyright, and trademark are different intellectual properties. So the thing which is patentable subject matter is not copyrightable subject matter, and similarly not the trademark. So this is a completely wrong statement. Now, this is just a fun fact I want to share with you, that element 95 and element 96 in periodic table are artificial elements created by cyclotrons and are patented. Michael Jackson, we all know, he had with two other inventors, had invented a device that enabled him to perform anti-gravity dance on stage, which we all know that he used to perform a dance like that. And that has been protected, that particular invention has been protected by US patent number this, and the title of that particular patent is Method and Means for Creating Anti-Gravity Illusion. So with this, I finish my session. Thank you very much. Any queries are welcome. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for sharing such a beautiful presentation.
Thank you.
The overall session is very interesting. Hope the student will also enjoy the session. Students,
Thank
if
you.
you have any queries, then you can ask our speaker.
Yes, please. Any type of query is welcome related to IPR. You can write in the chat box also.
I think, ma'am, they don't have any queries.
Okay, that's great. No problem.
Yeah. So thank you so much, Dr. Sangam ma'am, for sharing your time with us. And thank you so much, Shweta ma'am, for sharing such a beautiful presentation.
Thank you.
And
Thank you for having me here, giving this opportunity. Thank you very much.
yes, second ma'am. I think there is some query in the chat box.
Yes, can you give us a little insight about the work you do at Integrum IP? Yes, in Integrum IP, we provide a complete bouquet of services. We are into patents, trademarks, copyright, and industrial designs. So, for patents, we provide patent search, patent draft, patent prosecution, and yes, for trademark also we provide from A to Z services. Yes, I think I have. And you can, if you have any type of query, you can call me. You can mail me on my email. You are most welcome.
Yeah, Janki, I think you got your answer.
Yes,
Yeah.
my email is integrumip@gmail.com, so you can contact me there.
Okay, students, if you have any queries related to IPR, then you can mail us to Dr. Shweta ma'am. And thank you so much, ma'am. And also students, after the session, please fill the feedback form of the session. And be available for next Saturday session at 3 o'clock. Thank you so much. Have a nice day all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Dr. Sangam.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.